Hi everyone and welcome. There are different ways you can cook a pot roast, different cuts of beef, different ingredients, different techniques you can use. And today I'm going to show you how I cook chuck roast in the slow cooker. Let's get to it. So I'm going to start by tenderizing the meat a little bit by poking some holes in it. I'm going to season the roast with ground black pepper and a mix of 1 tablespoon of all-purpose seasoning, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, and 1 tablespoon of garlic salt. And I put a link in the description for the all-purpose seasoning in case you're interested in getting it. Add the seasoning, cook it up, and do it on the other side. I had a little bit left over. Let's see if I'll be able to use it all. A little more. I think I will use the whole thing, everybody. This is a big roast. And now I'm going to let this beef rest for about an hour or so. I'm going to put it in this bowl right here and let it come to room temperature. And I'm going to cover the bowl with cling wrap. Allow the seasoning to penetrate the meat a little bit. It rested for 1 hour already and I'm getting ready to flour it. I'm going to preheat my pan on medium. Put some oil, enough to cover the bottom of the pan. Here I'm going to put some flour. Do 1 cup of flour. Press it down well. Cover everything. Just like what we did with the seasoning. So you want to do the same with the flour. Cover up every surface. The oil is hot and I'm going to add my roast to the frying pan to sear it. I shook off the excess and in it goes. And I have to let it sear for about 3 minutes per side. It's smelling good already. I increased the temperature a little bit, but I will put it back to medium. It has been 3 minutes, so I'm going to turn the roast. The 3 minutes have gone by, and I'm going to try to tip this up and sear the sides too. Look how gorgeous this is. It's one big piece, huh? Looking good. To that pan, I'm going to add half of a large yellow onion. I chopped more than I needed because I'm going to need some for the rice I'm going to make to eat with this roast. So, if you want to know how I make that rice, I have the recipe in a different video. My video of the Brazilian beans and rice and vinagrete. I'm going to saute the onion a little bit on low. I'm going to add 3 grated large garlic cloves and saute with the onion. Now I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of beef base. I love the flavor of beef base in a gravy. Stir a little bit. You may use beef broth or beef stock. That's what you prefer. Beef base is beef broth concentrate with salt. So be careful when adding other things that are salty, so you don't over salt the gravy. I'm going to add some of the flour that I coated the beef with. Probably added half a cup and stir. The flour is going to automatically absorb the oil, and we're going to cook this flour for a bit. I have 3 cups of water, which I'm going to add while stirring. And I added a little bit. I'm not gonna add all at once. I wanna see where I get here. A little more. And a little more. See how beautifully brown? It's really tasty, everybody. I tasted it. I'm gonna add the rest of the water and stir. This gravy is fantastic already. I'm going to add a little splash of this seasoning right here. Just a little bit. It goes a long way. Not that it needs it. I could stop right here because the beef base is so good. But I never stop at just one seasoning. I just have to add more. Into that, I'm going to add 1 pack of onion mushroom Lipton soup mix. I'll put on low heat now, starting to bubble up again. And I'm going to add more water to it. So far I added 3 cups of water. And I'm going to add 2 more cups of water. Because I added the recipe secret soup mix, increase the heat a little bit since I added water. Because I want to make more gravy. And now I'm going to add a pack of beefy onion Lipton soup mix. I want a lot of flavor in that gravy. In the future, I'm going to make a video of a pot roast made with wine sauce. But today, it's brown gravy, baby. So now my gravy is thick enough. And I'm going to pour that on top of my roast. Oh, yes. I'm going to make sure it goes underneath the roast. Try and thicken it up a little. Let it get under it. I'm going to let my roast cook on high for 5 hours. And then I'm going to add the vegetables. If you want to cook it on low, you have to cook on low for 8 hours. I'll see you then. It has already been 5 hours on high. I'm going to open the pot. Wow. Woo-hoo. Wow, that is incredible. I'm going to stir it up a little. Wow, look at that. All that brown gravy. Here I have 4 large potatoes that I cut in half, 3 large carrots, and a couple of stalks of celery. This is the little slow cooker that could. This is only 4 quarts. I'm going to submerge everything in that gravy. My husband and I love celery in the pot roast, but you don't have to add what you don't like, obviously. Going to kind of submerge everything and let them cook for a couple more hours on high. And before I put the lid back on, I always clean around the rim just so the lid will seal. Then I go and dry like that. I also dry around the seal of the lid because it is wet. Voila, 2 more hours. Okay, so I turned it off and it has been sitting for about 30 minutes. It cooked for a total of 6.5 hours. I'm going to skim the fat and take my vegetables out. So here are the vegetables I fished out of there. It was a lot. Filled up a plate. I'm going to reserve this and get the roast out. Get both sides at once, but not too much gravy with it. Come on. Ooh, this weighs a ton. Whoa. Oh, I found a carrot. Remove the carrot. Wow, looks nice. Look how succulent this is. I'll put it on a plate in a little bit. These carrots look so good. The whole thing does, actually. And the last piece. Isn't it gorgeous? The taste of the gravy before was already awesome, let alone now. There's a lot of gravy in there. I'm going to strain it so we can put a smooth gravy on everything. I'm going to pour it in a bowl. Eat it with rice. That's good stuff. So just pour some on the beef. So luscious. So this is how much gravy is left. Can have it with the rice and even egg noodles. So I'm going to put a little more gravy on it. That's why I like extra gravy. Put on everything. You may want to garnish it with fresh cilantro, parsley, or scallions. I have a bed of rice here, and I'm going to slice the beef. And let's cut through the beef. Wow, look, I don't need a knife, guys. Look at that. It is so tender. The fat rendered very nicely. Wow, it's like so nice. So succulent. Look at that. A little extra gravy. I hope you make it. I hope you love it. Thank you for watching. Delicious.